Friends, this is my new lecture, vision test number 2. So, as our approach follows, take one test of vision IS, test number 2, which is also polity. Here we also discuss major points and difficult questions which you will never forget. So let's start with question number 7. Tribunals in India. Tribunals, as you all know, were not a part of original constitution. Appeal against it lies with Supreme Court and High Court. So next, notified area committee. It is created for administration of town, which does not yet fulfill all the conditions necessary for the constitution of municipality. Neither elected nor statutory body, but unlike municipalities, it is entirely nominated body. This thing you remember in your mind, that all its members, including the chairman, are nominated by the state government. This thing also you remember. This is the tricky words: nominated, entirely nominated, or state government, which you are stuck in it. Individual privileges is provided to the member of state legislature. Exemption is कभी एक individual privileges किसे नहीं मिलते. Exemption from the jury service when the state legislature is in session. This thing is a current affair. I highlighted very well. Elusive bitterong या bear cat. It is a bird or species. I am not able to recall exactly. Elusive binturong या bear cat. Recently recorded in Kaziranga. IUCN status vulnerable. K. Vijay Raghavan committee to review the functioning of DRDO. You remember this thing very well. This is one question of test number 2. That one portion is given in forces and other in borders. Which forces to protect which border? So here I mentioned very clearly, BSF will protect Pakistan and Bangladesh. India will protect from, it is Indian border. ITBP in China. SSB protect India from Nepal, Bhutan. Assam Rifles in Myanmar border. Interpretation of Indian Constitution by the court. Both Supreme Court and High Court are competent authority to interpret the Constitution. As you all know, then don't confuse in it. The only Supreme Court can interpret the Constitution. Interpretation of Constitution or interpretation of Supreme Court is final, while High Court is not a final authority. As you all know, Supreme Court is a Supreme Court authority. Ayodhya Ram Mandir Temple 2024 highlights. Constructed in Maru Gurzara architecture of Nagara style. Remember, will come in match the following question. There one part should be the temples and other the style of temple. So you have to be careful while matching the question and answers. It is completely using traditional indigenous technology, avoiding using iron and steel. No iron and steel has been used in Ayodhya Ram Mandir temple. So next question, urban local government. So just remember this thing. 4/5 of the members of district planning committee should be indirectly elected. And 2/3 of the member of the metropolitan committee elected by elected member of municipality and chairman of panchayat in metropolitan area. That is very important, I think. Urban local bodies created by an Port Trust by an act of Parliament, Town Area Committee by an act of State Government, and Cantonment Board under Cantonment Act 2006. You should remember this thing. Next, CAR-19 therapy. It is related to cancer. Directly question will come in the exam. For treatment of cancer, which therapy is related to? Next, CAR-19 therapy. Corruption Prospects Perception Index. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Corruption Perception Index released by Transparency International. Military exercise, very favorite question of UPSC. So prepare for assistant commandant also. Sada Tansik, India and Saudi Arabia. Desert Cyclone, India and UAE. Al-Naza, India and Oman. Equivarian, India and Maldives. I hope this question will come because Maldives is in dispute with India last year 2024. M-Pemba effect. What is M-Pemba effect? Faster freezing of hot water compared to cold water. Remember this process. M-Pemba effect. Faster freezing of hot water compared to cold water. Soligas and Yerevan. What are these? And what are these related to? Indigenous communities in Western Ghats. Directly question will come. Soligas and Yerevan is related to indigenous community in Western Ghats. Some options might become that it is a species of butterfly or human or some area, disputed area in Africa or something else. But you need to understand that it is an indigenous community in Western Ghats, especially in Karnataka. Family court are mandatory for the state government to set up a family court for every city or town whose population exceeds 10 lakh. This thing you need to understand or remember, that whose population exceeds 10 lakh, only those area is mandatory for the state government to set up a family court. Okay. In India, family court have exclusive jurisdiction over cases concerning family dispute. Obvious, family court है तो फॉर्म किस केसेस पे जाएगा? Divorce, marriage related issues and other various issues. Parties to a dispute before a family court do not have the right to represented by a legal practitioner. इंडिया का भी यही नियम है कि घर के मामले में कोई बाहर ही ना आए, वो कानून ना आए. तो फैमिली कोर्ट भी यही चाहता है कि लीगल प्रैक्टिशनर को बीच में न लाया जाए, दोनों पार्टीज आपस में डिस्प्यूट को रिजॉल्व करने की कोशिश करें. परमानेंट लोक अदालत. What is permanent लोक अदालत? They have the jurisdiction only over the matter which are compoundable in nature. Established under Legal Service Authority Act 1987. So you remember this thing and you must read from Lakshmikant. Okay. What is Lok Adalats? It is established under Legal Service Authority Act 1987. What is road tax? Road tax is a remission of duties and taxes of exported product scheme. It is a scheme which comes in the topic of current affair. So you have to be careful while reading it and learn this carefully. Based on the globally accepted principle that taxes and duties should not be exported. This scheme refunds the embedded central, state and local duties taxes to the exporter that were so far not being refunded. जो चीज़ रिफंड नहीं हुई है उसे रिफंड करने के लिए ये स्कीम लाई गई है. ड्यूटीज स्क्रिप्ट्स आर नॉन ट्रांसफरेबल. ये ट्रांसफरेबल नहीं होती. आईडेट कमीशन. IDIT. Okay, IDIT commission is related to preparation for a state-wise list of caste belonging to denotified and nomadic. Okay, IDIT. Must remember IDIT. Question will come. There is several commission set up related to which, so you have to be careful. Indian government signed an agreement to acquire 5 lithium brine blocks. As you have know the history of UPSC, that rare earth minerals or science related issues frequently to UPSC. That's why lithium, thorium should be covered by yourself. Lithium is a light metal in the periodic table, is popularly known as white gold. Must remember white gold. And from which Indian government has signed this 5 lithium brine blocks for exploration? It's from Argentina. Okay, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. ABC. It is a short trick for lithium. Contain 50% of lithium deposit. So you have to remember this thing. More than 50% of lithium deposit where comes from? ABC. Argentina, Bolivia and Chile. Alliance for Global Food, Gender Equity and Equality. It is started by World Economic Forum and India jointly. Okay, you must remember this thing. In zombie virus, everyone knows, and it is famous in Instagram also. Zombie virus, ancient virus frozen in the permafrost region. Permafrost region. What is permafrost region? Completely frosted throughout the year or a several long time. Chandak Dampara Wildlife Sanctuary, Odisha. Directly question will come like through as the following. Here is wildlife sanctuaries and here is states. So you have to match carefully. So remember this thing. And in further test we will also cover many of the sanctuaries and states covered. Okay. So Chandak Dampara Wildlife Sanctuary is covered is in Odisha. So once again question, Dinesh Goswami Committee and Vora Committee is related to electoral reforms. The election we need to reformed, it is known as electoral reforms, which comes under Election Commission of India or State Commission of India. State Election Commission, sorry. State Election Commission. So thank you for staying with me and keep support my new channel. Thank you, and subscribe this if you like it. Please hope maybe if you like it then subscribe it.